Hello YouTube, today I have here a GLADEN RSX. Oh, that's difficult. Let's just show the model number here. Clickety click. GLADEN RSX12 in subwoofer element here. Pricing around 229 euros. Now, how good it is and how much of excursion this kind of sound quality subwoofer can make and what kind of parameters this subwoofer have, we will be checking those later on. But first, just small and quick what this subwoofer is all about. So first of all, we have here a rubber and foam mixed surround. It is actually quite soft and quite thin, which allows it to have pretty big excursion. I can actually with my one hand just push it at the bottom here, and it only torques a little bit on the edge here, but it still manages to keep the surround intact really nicely. We have a plastic dust cap with a white logo here, which is a little bit of the dust cap here, which actually makes a really nice excursion video. It helps to capture the long excursion of this sound quality subwoofer, and we'll be checking that video soon. So paper cone here, double stitching all around and through all the way through, so it will stay intact really nicely. It has a beauty rings here, which I'll be taking off, a magnet, booty, rubber there, and then this beauty ring on the frame. It actually has a GLADEN logos every here and then, like so. You can see it covers up the subwoofer so it does not show the glue stains or anything. It looks actually quite nice. Now the top surround here, which actually I did not measure in the finish video, but I forgot. It is around 20 millimeters in width, and in height it is around 15 millimeters, so 20 and 50 millimeters, and it puts like a 67 centimeters excursion. It's actually quite astonishing how it can make it. So underneath here, as you can see, we have a non-pressed paper cone. It's quite hard in here, so it helps to have a better rigidity on the cone here without any more mass. Now on the spider down in here, you can see it does not have any ring. It has a really high first set of spider in here, and then it is a little bit lower and pretty soft suspension actually. And one terminal only, a 4 ohm subwoofer, sound quality subwoofer with a just normal 5 to 6 millimeter terminals in here, and the leads go into the voice coil. Actually, I'm checking out here what kind of glue this subwoofer has. The inner glue in here next to the voice coil is actually black CA glue or some kind of epoxy. I think it's black CA glue. It definitely looks like it. And on the top surround here, where can I find some glue stains? It has really small amount of glue stains here. It is actually transparent and elastic, a bit hard but elastic glue, which is really nice because if it's elastic, it sucks inside this foam surround and sticks really nicely into the frame. It does not have any glue stains, no. So the upside here, everything looks quite nice, and actually it has some glitter already on it. Now I'm making this in Christmas, that's why I have golden beard and Christmas outfits. Sorry for you if you're watching this in summer, but let's just continue on the subwoofer. Aluminium cast frame with a 4 poles, total of 8 poles in 4 places. Quite nice. Actually, Ground Zero uses similar kind of frame in their new Ground Zero Radioactive series. I think GLADEN had it first, but it's a nice nice frame, quite thick actually for this price range of a 229 euros. It can handle only 500 watts in heat in RMS and 750 watts in peak. Now that's because it has 2.5 inch voice coil. 2.5 inch voice coil is quite small for this price range, but keep in mind that it is still a sound quality subwoofer. Now the bottom side here, it has been covered by this kind of mesh all around, so it does not get any dirt or debris inside here. Then it has a total of I think this is around 40 millimeters. Yes, 40 millimeter thick magnet with a 20 millimeter and a 20 millimeter. The top plate height is around 6 millimeters and the back plate height is around 7 to 8 millimeters. And on the back plate in here, it has a inner blowhole for the cooling of the voice coil and also outer side holes in here. Now let's check out that excursion in there. Now look at that. Keep in mind that this is only a 200 euro subwoofer with a X-Max of 40 millimeters. Now X-Max does not mean it does not have high excursion. X-Max means that you have winding height of your voice coil of around something, and then you take the top plate thickness out from it, and then the measurement is how long it can go downwards and upwards in the coil cap, and how much this movement is before the coil goes away from the top plate effective zone of magnetic effective zone. I will be just quickly changing here the music, sorry for that, and we are back in business. Yes. So X-Max does not mean that it cannot have a high excursion. As you can see on there, it's just doing like 6 to 7 centimeters of excursion. And that nice white logo there allows me to capture the excursion very nicely. Now let's go into parameters. So I will be just changing here and putting this DATS V2. I have DATS V2 here, where I'll be checking those parameters. They are already there, but I will be measuring them also in here because I've been pressing the cones. I will be just checking out if we can go any lower than 30 point something of the FS frequency. There goes the sine sweep, and 30.95 Hertz in FS, QTS 0.57, QES 0.63, QMS 5.446. Now I'm not measuring VAS in here, but I can show you it in datasheet in here. The VAS is around, where it is? It was around 40 something. Now why I'm not seeing it in here? It should be around, am I like blind or something? There. VAS 63.57 square decimeters. So that's decimeter is a liter. So 63.57 liters is the VAS. You can use these parameters or use my parameters in here. Take a like screen capture or something and take the VAS from the original parameters and calculate your own subwoofer box for the subwoofer. Now I would be recommending for sound quality use to use a sealed enclosure around 30 liters, 35 liters maximum, to have nice cone movement and nice low output for this kind of subwoofer. This subwoofer has very soft suspension, which allows it to play quite nicely. Big enough motor to play in fast-paced music really nicely, and the sealed enclosure will help you with that. Now, if you're making a sound quality sealed enclosure of around 30 liters for this, keep in mind that you can add a this dampening foam, a acoustic foam inside the sealed enclosure to fake the subwoofer to see a bit bigger enclosure, or use soft materials inside to take the echo of it and make the sound better from it. And if you're planning to make a ported enclosure here, I will be recommending around 50 liters with a 4-inch port tuning at around 35-37 Hertz. I'm not necessarily recommending a just normal 66 liters and with 6-inch port, because this is really soft subwoofer. I can just really easily to put it in the max linear excursion. So if you're using a really big box, it will just go like the sound will distort really easily. Now I don't mean like amplifier distortion, it will not break it, but the sound is not clear. Say if you are making too big enclosure for it, or tuning it in big enclosure and really low. So keep that in mind. Make a little bit smaller enclosure for this for tight, nice frequency response from your subwoofer, because this is a single 4-ohm voice coil, 2.5-inch copper voice coil, a round copper 2.5-inch voice coil. So that's about it of the subwoofer. Let's just check that excursion once more. A 229 euro subwoofer with that kind of excursion is really nice. I never thought that a GLADEN could make this kind of subwoofer with a very high sound quality specs and tuned to be a sound quality subwoofer and still have like amazing excursion. Now subwoofers tend to surprise me every now and then, and a lot of subwoofers have really good excursion on them. Do not check this X max value, it means like nothing for excursion. Check the you need to actually see the subwoofer and test it yourself in a enclosure like this. My test bench in here, it is totally completely open, and I'm actually playing it in free air to check out how high excursion it can go. So those excursion ranges can surprise me and will surprise me in the future. What do you like about this subwoofer? Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, and leave a comment. Now I will be checking these comments. I'm now actually in live. If you want to see us in live, follow our page youtube.peränurkka.net, or check the subscribe button and the bell icon, or you can see us in Twitch also, twitch.peränurkka.net, and in Facebook also. We are streaming now in 4 platforms total. So my questions, one quick question: how did I get here? Okay, now that's a good question. Hello Ville, how are you doing today? Rally English, yes, very good rally English. 4-5 subwoofer for Pasi. Pasi thinks that this is 4 out of 5 subwoofer. Okay, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on live or on the next video. See you there. Bye bye.